He's in control. He's the master of his masters. I can do business with you, right? Master's talking to a master, not a master talking to a slave, a sovereign. I'ma license you, my materials. You don't own my materials anymore. But I'ma take the big chunk over here to the homie. That's why I have no issue with people calling him a master mason. You damn right, he's the master of his catalog. He's the master of his words. He's the master of his archive. You feel me? He's the master of the ceremony. Right. Very few artists have been able to achieve this, but the ones that have, we've seen a demise.
I'm on 100%. 100. Red and blue, purple like Prince. Red and blue, purple the Benz. Change up the circle of friends. The Netheroo circle the twins. 75 ever since. 70 wives in the Benz. Red and blue, purple like Prince. Red and blue, purple like Prince. Red and blue, purple like Prince.
The foolish and the wise. Foolish and the wise, the foolish and the wise, the upwardly mobile and the disenfranchised. We are not competing for your eyes, chanting for the explosion of a over-technological surmise. Foolish and the wise, upwardly mobile and the disenfranchised. We are not competing for no prize. They say you're numb, can't feel no pain.
Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV. Every time fire. Black again at the Apollo Theater with none other than Baba Seville and my big brother Red Pill, who just got back from Texas. You were in Houston and was it two different places in Texas? And Dallas and Houston. First, just go into that. Well, what was the experience like, brother?
First and foremost, shout out to my brothers Tahir RBG, Knowledge Born Allah, and my brother Blue Pill, and my brother KT the Arts Degree, sister Sci-Fi, brother Damon from Sankofa Kitchen, the promoter T Minor. So many other people who were out there, my daughter, her mama, everybody that was out there who was showing love, everybody who was out there doing what it do, everybody who came out, everybody who said that they watched the YouTube channels, the Brother Rich's channel, Baba TV, Sas channel, all of the other platforms where Red and Blue do their thing on. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. There were a little bit of technical difficulties and some other things getting the whole thing started, but that's a whole nother conversation. We're going to have a conversation in the very near future about, you know, the state of promoters, you know what I mean? Or you know, I think just the commandments that certain promoters out of town need to follow. I think King Simon should do a one-on-one. I think that whatever promoters who are legendary, they should do a one-on-one to help the brothers and sisters who have aspirations to bring the talent out, you know, into these different states and showcase them. They need to have experience. They need to even have resumes, you know, management, promotion, marketing. All of these different tenets are definitely industries that our brothers and sisters in the community, event planning, all of these things, internet marketing, all of these things are potential markets that should be explored, perfected, and you know, we need to really focus on that in the community, because when we come out of town, we deserve to be treated, you know, with a certain kind of, you know, with a certain kind of respect, a certain level of professionalism, you know, and I believe that things will begin to go more smoothly. Everywhere that I go out of town, I'm finding out that in these towns, there's this thing about these cliques.
Right.
It's always this thing about a clique here, a clique there. Why one person is not gonna come out because another person is there, or why a group of people want to come out and support, but these people don't like that person because of something that that person said online to another. AKA a lot of fuck shit, all right? A lot of bullshit. And these be the same people that are finger pointing and always have something to say about brothers in the community that are in front of these cameras. But when you come around, it's fuck shit on higher levels taking place in their towns. Dig what I'm saying? And it be that YouTube bullshit or that fake ass, I don't like this person because I'm bandwagoning and dick riding this person, so that person don't like that. All of the stupid shit, set tripping, gang banging, with books, you know what I'm saying? With books and unks, preventing the growth and preventing the development and preventing the prosperity, because you cannot be prosper in times of turmoil and in times of chaos and in times of war. There's no prosperity in that. Only if you're a fucking warmonger.
Right.
Only if you on some Roman, some devilishment. Only if you fucking with that white man's mind, that get out shit. You know what I mean? Then you could profit off of bodies because you're organ harvesting. Then you could profit off of people being locked up and getting their lives destroyed because you're in the funerary business or you're in the motherfucking stock markets of the jails and all of that. That's the only time that shit will benefit hoe ass niggas. But other than that, what the fuck? What do you have to gain by creating confusion, by carrying on some of the bullshit that goes on in the bullshit wing of the community, in the fuckboy wing, that wing of the community, because it's not the whole community. There's different segments of the community or different networks or different outlets or different niches in the community where a lot of inactivity takes place, stagnation, fear, and all kind of other things. But, you know, overall, for the people that have their minds right, and for the people who decide that they do want to come out and promote, and for the people who are not allowing dumb shit to get in the way from receiving information, when people come all the way out of their way to come to your city, not just to teach, but to activate. Not just to teach, but to plant seeds. Not just to teach, but to network and find people who they could build with. Salute to all of those people, because you are definitely effective. You are the ones who really want something to happen, because you know that you can't make things happen on YouTube alone. It's impossible. You can't make nothing happen by pressing like or leaving a comment in the comment section. That's called flattery. That's gaslighting sometimes. You know what I mean? That's a form of flattery, which does what? It creates inflated egos. It's hot fucking air sometimes. And what happens when you inflate an ego? Niggas get big-headed. And what happened when niggas get big-headed? The shit that you've seen taking place over the past few months. And you and you turn, you do what? You add on to what the COINTELPRO 2.0 program is. It is to discredit and turn away the people and to lose membership and to chase people away from the light, which has successively happened, because everywhere I go, that is the first thing that these people are saying to me. Yo, I don't fuck with these niggas anymore. I don't watch these channels anymore. I don't rock with them anymore. The shit fake. That's what they saying out of town. Wholeheartedly. And I've been a few places. Norfolk, Texas, DC, Baltimore. Okay? The people like, yo, what the fuck? They seeing through niggas. They like niggas is aloe vera sometimes. Most of the times. 85% of the time. So there has to be some kind of work that gets put in to reverse that, because if that trend is allowed to continue, then you don't have to say, oh, is there an agent, or is it, if the shit been infiltrated? Well, goddamn it, they did something that's not supposed to be done. That's destroy the membership. That's erode the motherfucking membership that Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Phil, Dr. Delbert, Bobby Hemmett, all of the teachers put forth all of these selfless years. Some of them died penniless to bring people on board. And what happens in a few months? Motherfuckers come around and chase them away. So nobody's going to answer for that. Nobody's gonna identify that that's a provocateur move. Nobody's gonna call that shit for what it is. All right. So the people want to work. They want to make some things happen. They want some solutions. They want some demonstrations. They want some unity. They want some camaraderie. You know what I mean? And some other things. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Texas, I did a version of Fear of a Black or More Messiah where I mixed up Get Out. Because the movie speaks in all details to what we've been teaching on this platform over the months. The fact that you are genetically superior and there's a people who have co-opted power, a dominant society, and they're looking and they have people in a subordinate position in life, and they've been feeding off of people around the planet who are of a higher genetic superiority forever. The resources of the lands that are mineral rich, okay? The people who are genetically superior, whether through the sports activity, whether through their intellect, as you see in Hidden Figures with the ladies in the basement that they call what? Computers, but they couldn't even go to the bathroom with them. They couldn't even drink with them. Right. Showing you that they feed off of the brain drain. The brain drain being that when corporations were integrated, that's when the bottom line and all of these other things skyrocketed, when they began using the sweat equity, when they began using the brain power, when they began to use, like in the Apollo, what it represents with industry and whatnot, how they've been raping our people in all industries, using them for their intellectual property, using them for their entertainment value, using them for all things that will help people feed off of them. Going back to what I've said before, that there's a peculiar relationship, or one of the oldest relationships on this planet, between parasite and host. Who's feeding off of who? What's the pimp and hoe in this relationship? You have to be able to answer that. You dig what I'm saying? In order to approach what is taking place nowadays, both through the political sphere, in the social sphere, through all kind of things, in all theaters, what is taking place? What is taking place is that there's a genetically inferior people on this planet who have lied to you and said that there's white superiority when it was only white inferiority complex, and they have been doing what? Clocking you. Studying you, examining you, your genetic superiority. They want to live in your body. So they have programmed you to have what? A European mind, a European brain, mental slavery, to walk the walk and to basically think like them, talk like them, walk like them, eat like them, fuck like them, kill like them, all the things, emote like them. So they've assimilated the coffee. Poured a whole gallon of milk in it. And your gene pool has been manipulated. Your stocks have been lowered. Okay? Your pedigree has been compromised. That's what they showed us. Okay? That's what they showed us. They study you. They go into the forest and they kill animals that look like you. All of them melanated. Come on out. All right? As they showed you in the movie, when they basically showed you that this is a philosophy, not a philosophy, a philosophy. This is a kill society, all right? They practice what is known as philosophy, a kill philosophy, kill everything and let God sort it out, right? As you saw the analogy when he talked about the deer, as if they talk about us behind closed doors. Well, if they get shot down in the street, so what? They were menacing. He talked about the deer. Well, they jump out in front of the cars. We need to kill them all. They all in the forest right now, killing up everything. Passing laws to kill more things. Extincting species that is connected through us to animal totems and through the animal kingdom, because Negroes have been put to sleep. They're in a sunken place. So they don't know the relationship that you have with the animal kingdom. But what does the cracker do? He goes and kill it all. He poisons the seeds to kill them. He's poisoning the air. The fucking birds are falling out. He's killing all the deer. He's killing all the bear. He's killing all the rhinos. He's killing all the lions. You're attached to the animal kingdom, so you become weaker as a result of that. You know what I mean? He practices his aggression. He practices his inferiority complex by becoming a hunter. He's training to kill your black ass. That's what I'm seeing. That's what's being shown. And then the shit that takes place behind closed doors, when none of us are privy to. Some of us are nannies and maids, but they won't talk. They quiet. But they see the atrocities. They know that there's some kids sometimes in them basements knocking on the door that they not supposed to answer. So yeah, we talked about that in Texas, and it was received very well. I had a sister come up to me and afterwards and say, Brother Red, I understand what you were saying. I just wanted to sneak into the white world and see for myself. So I was thinking about dating a white man so I could see if that's real. I said, God damn it. How fucking, you know what I mean? Like, how much of a MacGyver are you? Like, how much of a daredevil are you, sister? Are you willingly, this is a beautiful sister. So you telling me you willing to get the yoni ravished by this cracker who will do all kind of crazy shit with you? Okay? Are you willing to have him leech on you and to insert his disgusting disease-filled phallus? I mean, really, sister, for what? What are you trying to prove? Not to us. We out here telling you what it is. So, you know, our people are out here freestyling. They freestyling. They don't know what the fuck is going on. It takes entertainment to wake us up, movies and whatnot, or, you know, things of that nature to wake us up. You dig what I'm saying? But we've been hearing this information for years, right? It's been out here for years. They've been talking about organ harvesting. They've been talking about the 600,000 missing black women. They've been talking about the sex industry. They've been talking about pedophilia rings. They've been talking about Pizzagate. All of these things have been all out there. What they did in Haiti, what they're doing in DR, how the sex tourism industries, anywhere that you go in the third world, that's where you're going to see the sickness in front of you. What's taking place? The natives are poor, and all of the people who are quote-unquote Europeans or tourists or colonizers, colonized meaning colonizers, they are doing what? Rape. The women are being sold. The children are being sold. They're eating the people. They're sleeping with the babies. Okay? They're raping the children. They are eating off of the people. They have slave labor. They have them working like slaves for pennies a day. These people come from these quote-unquote immigrant countries, and they come into this land of milk and honey, and they don't even stand up for their own people. They don't even report the atrocities that take place in their own countries. They don't even report. They still, you know, they just get along to go along for a fucking green card. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's taking place. Please no filming. There's a lot of stuff taking place right now. You dig what I'm saying? And this is the age of enlightenment. This is the age of Aquarium, the Aquarius age. This is the lifting of the veil. This is the time for our people to wake the fuck up and get out. Get out of your slave mind. Get out of that fake ass post-racial, stupid, retarded, passive, you understand? Slave-like, subservient, scary-ass mind. You niggas are scared. Just admit it. Because they're going super hard. They're not coming to you with no motherfucking purple heart. They not coming to niggas. They not coming to you with no flowers. But niggas always want to be compassionate towards, you always want to be compassionate to your outside enemies, and you're ruthless and savage to your own. When the shit's supposed to be the opposite, you backwards. You're supposed to be compassionate with your own. You're supposed to be compassionate and loving with your own, and you're supposed to hold no balls towards anybody else outside of your own doing you dirty. Bottom line. And that's how you get respect around the world, and that's how people will come to your aid as quote-unquote allies. But now you're fucked. Now you're fucked because around the world knows that you don't care about yourself. So how would they align themselves with you? Because you're not loyal. You have no loyalty. You have no foundation. You don't even know who the fuck you are. Okay, you're letting them call you a slave when that's not even the terminology that's properly supposed to be used for your condition specifically, because there are slaves, the quote-unquote, what are they called? The Slavs. There were Europeans who did come in chains in the bottom of boats, okay? By their own people, by the corsairs and the privateers, by the Moors and other people. Yes, that is true. But you came as a prisoner of war and through human trafficking, and as a prisoner of war and a captive. That's your title. All right? And you may have been enslaved, but that's not who you are. Use the proper terminology. Prisoner of war, human trafficking. sex trafficking. All right, that's what you went under. Yeah. So that's what we talked about in Texas. All right, peace, King. No doubt.
I would like to, just piggyback on what he was saying is that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna ridge back, you know what I'm saying, on my young brother here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot that white people are savages, man. Y'all forgot, man, that these are the same ones that was in the caves, walking on all fours. Y'all forgot this mentality has not changed from 6,000 years ago. They are the same people who don't care nothing about anything that comes from the hot climate. You know what I'm saying? They were in the cold caves and we was in the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? We had fruit to eat. You know what I'm saying? All of our resources was there. You know what I'm saying? In abundance. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the problem that they had. They hate our guts. But yet and still, a lot of y'all want to join in with them. Y'all want to become them. You know what I'm saying? Look at the style of dress that we are maintaining, you know what I'm saying, with the black woman. Now I'm upset with her because I understand that, we were dealing with wigs and stuff like that back in the days. But the shit that's going on in our community now with this dog hair, everybody's wearing it. And I understand that back in the day you used to wear wigs. But y'all actually don't like yourselves, man. You're trying to be somebody else. And they trying to be y'all. They don't want to be who they are. They don't like themselves. They got all kind of diseases. They're born with 5 ears. I'm saying 5 noses. You know what I'm saying? Look at a Caucasian. Ears way over here. Look at Obama's ears. Because that's the white in him. Ear way out here. Another ear way over here. Look at the physical anatomy of these people that you're trying to be like. Y'all got to understand something, man. What this brother was just talking about, this is self-hatred. The Willie Lynch concept is real. A lot of y'all don't like yourselves, man. And I said it earlier. Most of the brothers and sisters in the same house can't stand one another. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And we have to identify that problem. Say it.
And when you have an identity crisis taking place where people don't know who they are because the public school system does not support that. If the public school system told you as a child that you was a descendant of the slave, they put you in a sunken place. You in a sunken place. That was trauma because remember, PTSD, post-traumatic slave syndrome, is activated by traumatizing the mind, by traumatizing the impressionable mind of a youth. So if all they're giving you is depictions of yourself in a traumatic time when you were being quartered means cut into 4 pieces, hung, lynched, shot up 1,000 times, cut into pieces in front of thousands of people. I have the articles. So at what point did these people even atone for that? Because the same way that you have that trauma in your DNA, they have that in their DNA. So when they watch 12 Years a Slave, when they watch the Roots reboot, when they watch Get Out, it still activates something within them because the DNA is dormant of both the killer and the person who gets killed.
That's right.
Okay? So, of course, if you pay attention to the politics and what's going on around the world, a young man just got hung in Seattle, a 18-year-old. There's all kind of things that are taking place. I just came out of the airport in Texas with the Cowboys. They ready. They was looking at the guard like, we'll see you soon. Okay? Very, very bold in their stance. Right. You're different Europeans in different regions are different. You know what I'm saying? There's 10 different regions, there's 10 different states inside of the United States of America. The Appalachians, they have the plains, they have all kind of different areas that are split up. We don't just live in one America. You dig what I'm saying? So in each different America, there's a different mind state or state of mind. You dig what I'm saying? And in Texas, of course, that is the quote-unquote the Cowboys, you know what I mean? The majority of the army comes out of both Texas, Florida, Georgia, these southern states. Both our people and theirs as well. You know what I mean? And, they're preparing and training themselves for crisis. Something that we should be studying and preparing for, which is crisis. You understand? Because we don't know what can take place at any given time. You know what I mean? We are not prepping ourselves for disaster. We're not preparing ourselves for the fact that you wake up one morning and this crazy president of yours decides that there's going to be a nationwide state of emergency, martial law, whatever he decides. This nigga's on Twitter going crazy. What are you going to do if you wake up and the dollar has fallen? What are you going to do if you wake up and he decides that he wants to move forward with his moves as a dictatorship and just say, fuck the government, fuck the Congress, fuck everything. I'm so bold, and I got these army generals with me, and I got Russia and these other people. We just gonna debo shit the way that Hitler did it. It was a process that he did to create what is known as the Nazi regime. It was a process. So all I'm saying is, if the blacks or black people or aboriginal indigenous people are not bold enough to have conversations about preparing themselves for the inevitable, whatever it may be, then they are what is known as the sheep who are preparing to be slaughtered. You're being culled right now. You dig what I'm saying? On a global scale. Because if you go around the globe, they turning up around the globe. And like I said, if you travel the globe, you're going to see that they have already implemented what is known as this Romanistic Greco-Roman society where the children are being raped and sold for pennies, while the women, they got men selling their wives to white tourists and old grimy ass nasty men, and you know what I'm saying, they got organ harvesting taking place in Jamaica where they're paying the gangs to take the little girls and kill them so they could get the heart and they could get the lungs. You got these, you know what I'm saying, what they did in Haiti was an atrocity with these babies, with the Clintons and all of that stuff. You got, if you pay attention to the news, they busting these pedophile rings every other day. I'm talking about hundreds of them, all Caucasians, police officers, lawyers, judges, politicians, you name it. That is their diet. That's what they feast on. That's in their culture. Their culture raises them up to be trisexual.
Right.
This some shit that, this is a curse and a plague that we are just coming under as a result of what is known as population control. Okay? But that's in their culture originally. Like, that shit is just a part of the culture.
In their DNA.
It's in their DNA.
Shit.
It's in their DNA. Okay? And they normalize it to the degree where these blind Negroes are trying to run around in this with this zombie shit, trying to co-sign and to push a death culture on the people who are pro-life. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We not going to go for this. I'm not going to stay here and become no damn zombie. Okay? So, you know, yeah, that's the conversation. You know what I mean?
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
How your brother doing?
He doing all right, man.
Doing all right?
You know, the streets need to hear this information. You know what I'm saying? The hood needs this. Like I said, entertainment is allowing us, you know, to make this job a little bit easier with the movies that they're putting out, because we could decode them and we could, free Rod Diggs. We could point it in the direction that the people need to, which deals with this real talk, this information, not being afraid, not being intimidated, you know what I mean, not dealing with alt facts, not going along to motherfucking get along, not being a slave, okay? Not being a coon, not being Uncle Bitten, not being on some Ben Carson shit, you know what I mean? Standing up for what you know is real at a time when it's life or death. They not playing. You could play with it if you want. You could play the ignorance is bliss role. Your ass is gonna roll right into a motherfucking FEMA camp or an internment camp, whatever they got set up for your ass. Cause they talking real greasy to you right now. They're letting you know that you're seen as 3/5 of a man. They're rescinding all of the civil rights protections, they're telling the police officers, Sessions is telling the police officers, listen, man, I'm in the building, I'm the attorney general, it's green light, and we green lighting all these niggas. Okay? They want to go into Chicago, not to attack the quote-unquote gangs. They're going into Chicago to fight twofold. They're going to fight Islamic extremism. Islamic extremism is defined as the Nation of Islam in Jeff Fort by way of the relationship that he had through the El Rukns with Gaddafi. And those headquarters are in Chicago, along with the GDs, along with 300 and all of them, along with Chief Keef and all and along with all the gangs. They have the headquarters for Black Islam or Black Islamic or consciousness that is coming forth in the quote-unquote wilderness of North America. So the same feds who were responsible for the COINTELPRO disrupting the conscious community a few decades ago, well, goddamn it, what you think those feds, that's the same people that they sending in Chicago. Still working. And it's just it's a jumping point. So Negroes running around, yeah, sending immigrants back. Fam, the immigrants are the Irish Americans, the Russian Americans, the Italian Americans, the French Americans. Those are fucking immigrants, nigga. I'm native to this land. My family Choctaw. What is you talking about? These are immigrants. So when y'all niggas are running around talking this immigrant stuff and to all the Moors, when are you going to get your ICE together to start deporting Europeans? Because they could be deported the same way a fucking Mexican could be deported. Okay? Peace. Where's your movement at to start that argument? To start deporting the Europeans who we can identify in the lynching pictures who burnt our ancestors. Send them back. Send them back. You dig what I'm saying? So they running around, but you don't understand. The minute y'all allow that to roll, where they knocking on doors and having niggas check their green card, it's over. It's a rizzle.
You're done.
You're done. You go along, get along ass niggas who don't know the social sciences. You don't know tactical philosophies and all that. You're done. So you keep rooting for for these people to normalize fascism, normalize this form of plutocracy and corporate cronyism and all of these other things, collectivism, all of these other things that they're doing that it has nothing to do with democracy. You know what I mean? Because you niggas still can have the fire stick. You still can have your little sports. You still could punch the clock. You still could sit in line and wait for the Jordans. You niggas still could get Nintendo Switch. All of the stupid shit. You can still be a consumer slave. That the minute they disrupt that, that's when you niggas will be upset. But it'll be too late at that point. You know what I mean? So this summer, this spring, we're going to be doing our own events. We're going to be setting up our own movements into these different regions, into these different states, into these different networks in order to teach the people and to do workshops and seminars and to get the ball rolling, because I'm not pleased at what I'm seeing. I'm just keeping it 1,000. It's confusing. It is a rest haven for agents. It's a rest haven for all kind of provocateurs. It's a rest haven for fuck niggas. They got crack dealers up in this shit right now trying to set up lectures for people just because they want money, because that whole mind state of money over everything has poisoned this community, and nobody nobody stopped that shit, checked it, and said that's not what it is. It's about the legacy, it's about the information, it's about integrity, and it's about other things. It's not about the money. This is not a fucking pimp stroke. All right? That's not what this is. And I'm looking at the remnants of it. I'm looking at what it's producing. And what it's producing is sad, bro. It's sad. Niggas is prostituting themselves. So, nah, not on my watch. We're not letting that go.
Let me say this to y'all, man, to you brothers and sisters out there who are speaking, man. This is no joke, man. This is what we do. This is in our hearts and in our minds and in our souls. This is real, man. And anybody who steps out of line, anybody who call themselves being conscious but do some stupid shit, believe this, I'm going to check you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching all you fake ass niggas out there, because I know who you are, man. Don't think because you think that the so-called conscious community, you know what I'm saying, is getting wide open now that anybody can come in here. No, anybody can't come in here, because brothers like me, brothers like him, brothers like him, brothers like him are watching you fake ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And we will not allow you to come into our communities faking like you care about us. You know what I'm saying? But all you want is the money. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sincere brother, man. This is a sincere brother, man. We love our people, man. We wouldn't be standing on 125th Street in front of the Apollo with thousands of people are watching us. You got police shit across the street watching us, man. Our lives is on the line. We don't play with this shit here, man. Y'all think this is the end thing? You know what I'm saying? They come in the council community and then do a lecture. No, we paid our dues, man. We paid our dues, man. We done been through a lot of shit to be in the positions that we in today. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing with this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't care nothing about this. But we love what we do. You know what I'm saying? We really mean the things that we say. You think we are studying and getting all this information and trying to give it to you because it's something for us to do and get some money? No. We trying to raise the dead, man. You've been dead a long time. We trying to rise and wake you up, man, and let you realize that these people who are in power are not playing, man. They living out their nature. They are truly devils, man. Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call them. They do not play, man. See, we play games, but they're not playing. They came to kill, murder, rob, and do everything they can do, you know what I'm saying, to keep us on a subservient level, under their goddamn foots. That's where they want black people at, under their foots, man. And you're making it real easy for them, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm watching all you individuals that are fake and think you just come in the country community and get some money. I'm watching you Negroes, man.
With that being said, you know what I mean? Love and light to the family. We'll let you know the upcoming dates. The next date is Miami. We're working on the exact date for Miami. Facts Initiative 2017. Go into the iTunes store and put in Know the Ledge. We have an app that has been released. All right, and we have some more stuff coming on down the pipeline. Scorpion King album, thetwinpillars.scorpionking.com, kingscounty.com, KINGSKOUNTY. Salute to all of the real ones out there, you know what I mean? Salute to all of my brothers who are out here putting their lives on the line, doing what it is that you got to do, you know what I mean? Putting this information on the forefront, doing your research, doing your study, not being a fuck boy, getting in all in other people's lane, staying in your lane, doing your work, doing the best for your lane, raising the bar. Salute to you, you know what I mean? Keep doing what you do, you know what I'm saying? You know, A alike, C alike, B alike. Before you fuck niggas that are out there playing games with the people, playing games with disinformation, treating this shit like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, where you just put on this uniform, this fucking dashiki when it's convenient. Fuck you niggas, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep it moving. Go back to the sunken place. Go back to where you came from. Go back to your little fucking rest havens where you was a bird ass nigga. Do not come into this community or into this network and try to treat this as a rest haven for the fuck boys, because that's not what this is. You know what I mean? This is not. We're gonna implement a penalty system, a reward system, and a value system so we could get this quote-unquote community functioning properly in its right place. There's a lot of motherfuckers running around with you know, they got to answer some questions, man.
That's
and
right,
them days is coming. You know what I mean? Them days is coming, because don't think because you woke that your ass can't be #sleep either. You know what I mean? You could be woke, but people that's woke can still put a nigga to sleep. So remember that. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Babies, future, legacy, generations, all on the line. You gotta be more serious about this, y'all. You know what I mean? Peace.